Hey everyone, welcome to the video. I hope you are doing really good wherever you are in the world today. And despite the pretty crappy things which are happening in the crypto space at the moment, Thor are sticking to their roadmap and they're continuing to release things which are strengthening the ecosystem. They've just released something pretty significant which is going to help all the investors, which is their OTC or over-the-counter system of buying and selling the Thor tokens. It's really important to know what the OTC actually is, how to use it, and why it's so beneficial for you and for the Thor community. So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how it works and to show you how to use it as well. And also I'm going to go over sort of what implications that might have for the price in the future, and also discuss some of the things which are upcoming with Thor. And also just a reminder, this isn't financial advice, so please always do your own research so you can make more informed decisions. The recent introduction of the OTC system means that you can buy or sell Thor tokens without actually affecting the price. And basically how it actually works is that instead of selling on the open market, like with Trader Joe, which would create sell pressure, you're actually selling with other people who either want to buy within the Thor ecosystem, whether that's other investors or the Thor team themselves. So doing it this way means that it's not going to affect the price because none of the buys and the sells are actually going to register in any of the markets. It's really easy to use, and basically you say how many Thor tokens that you want to sell, you put that into the website, and then within probably a couple of hours maximum, that order is actually filled and the tokens are sold, and then you receive the AVAX in your wallet. It's exactly the same as if you were selling it on Trader Joe in terms of getting your profits and getting AVAX, except you're not selling it on the open market, so you're not actually going to affect the price in either a positive or a negative way. And you can see so far in the few days that it's been going that over 270,000 Thor has been transacted via the OTC. This is DexScreener, which does show all the Thor transactions on the open market at the moment. And you can see that there are still a lot of sells over $100. Now, all of these could have been done on the OTC, which would further have reduced any sell pressure. But clearly, you're free to do whatever you want with your tokens, but it is in the best interest of the protocol and of your own token to do it via the OTC, because that way it's actually not really going to affect the price at all. Because of the OTC and the regular buybacks that the team are doing from all the node fees that they're getting, the price of Thor has pretty much just seen sideways action for a little while now. Now, obviously, there was the awful thing which happened to FTX, and that has obviously affected the price as it's affected the price with everything. But the Thor token only went down about 25%, whereas other protocols went down 50 or even 75%. And this is really testament to the power of the Thor community, I think, because while a lot of other people were panic selling, the Thor community didn't really panic sell, and any sells that they wanted to do, they did it through the OTC system as well, which is why we saw that little reduction in price. As time goes on, the team does want to incentivize more people to use the OTC service by doing things like removing more of the roadblocks and also giving more perks for when you actually use it. And they also want to do OTC as a service. And while other protocols are looking at Thor, there's not a huge amount of interest in OTC as a service yet. And the main reason that is because the product's only just come out and they haven't really done a whole lot of advertising and promoting of it yet. But they say as it grows in the future, then they're actively going to start doing this type of stuff. The OTC system is a real game changer. And in addition to that, the team is still working really hard to release its gamification sometime in Q4. In the AMAs, Loki is actually quite tight-lipped about specifically what the gamification is, but about it, he has said that the gamification strategies involve limiting and controlling emissions from a global perspective, whilst also maintaining liquidity enough to provide as much positive price action as possible, the community is going to have a whole handful of weeks notice about when all these changes are going to happen to give people enough time to actually digest the information and then come up with their own strategies. This, in addition to the OTC, is exciting and bullish news for Thor, and I'm curious about what the gamification strategies are actually going to be. All we can do right now is just speculate, but I am confident in the fact that whatever does happen in terms of gamification, I think that it will be simple to understand, and I think it will be simple to use, because on multiple times Loki has expressed that the team want to remove roadblocks and basically make it easier to use Thor Fight. And you've got to remember too that this is meant to be a passive income thing. And so, I know that some people don't want to have to keep going on Discord and keep getting updated and checking when fees are changing and all this type of stuff. They want to sort of set and forget and maybe check it once a month to claim. And that would keep in line with the whole sort of simplifying ethos that they've got. In line with making it simple too, Thor have also introduced node caps on Heimdall and Freya nodes. So that means you can't buy these nodes anymore, you can't compound them. If you've already got them, then they're going to keep paying out as normal, acting exactly the same as they are now, which means God mode is going to be just Thor and Odin. So you only need to own a Thor and an Odin node to be able to unlock God mode. I do really like the fact that they are making it more simple, particularly for the next market cycle, when there is going to be a crapload more people who are going to be getting into crypto. The team of Thor are one of the best teams in DeFi, I think, and Loki is still doing regular AMAs every single Thursday, and it's really infectious, actually, the energy that he brings to these AMAs, and I do particularly like, and I'm fond of the way that he opens all of the AMAs. This team has managed to keep the protocol going despite the crashes of Luna, recently of FTX, of Celsius, of Freeway, a lot of turbulence, and the project is still going. And in the most recent AMA, it was interesting that Loki said that during the FTX crash, which happened just recently, they had less and less tokens in their liquidity pool, which means there was an increase in selling and buying. So in theory, when the price of AVAX goes up to where it was before the FTX crash, then the Thor token should be at a higher price than where it was before. My friends, when new things are announced, I will do videos on those as well. So please keep an eye out for that. And I'm really curious, what do you think about the new OTC system, and where do you think Thor is going to be in 6 months' time? I'd really, really love to know. Please leave a comment, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.